Every March 8 is designated International Women's Day by the United Nations, and the theme for this year is Inspire Inclusion. In a world where gender inequality remains a big deal despite efforts to blur gender gaps and promote equal opportunities, Just Nigeria's Wale Fakile tells the story of some Nigerian women who are not just breaking new frontiers in their chosen professions, but are inspiring other women to succeed.
I went to a particular community and they told me that a woman cannot come into their community with trousers.
When I was growing up, I didn't realize how much disparity there was in the world, or how much people looked at you with special lenses as a woman.
In the world of stereotypes and gender-based barriers, some exceptional women are rising above to make their mark, defying expectations, shattering glass ceilings, paving the way for others. Brave, resolute, and ambitious women inspire inclusion across Nigeria.
Because when you push our success story out there, a young woman will be inspired and will want to come in and do more.
Gender bias or stereotype, we need to revisit all of those things.
Nigeria's diverse and rich in potentials, but women have long faced inequalities and challenges. Despite comprising roughly half of the population, Nigerian women continue to grapple with limited access to opportunities. The statistics reveal a stark reality. In 2003, the Gender Gap Index ranked Nigeria 130th out of 146 countries, highlighting the urgent need for change. This gap is particularly evident in key sectors of the economy, such as technology, politics, agriculture, and entrepreneurship. Some women are taking the bull by the horns to change that narrative. Farida Yaya is a social entrepreneur with an in-depth understanding of the unique challenges faced by women in starting and growing their businesses.
A lot of women start their businesses off as projects of passion, or sometimes just to add to their household income. And once they do that, they realize that they need more skills to be able to make the business, more formidable in the very, very challenging market.
Over the past 10 years, Farida has assisted female founders from underserved communities to build scalable businesses. Her passion for enterprise development has seen her impact more than 3,500 women and 1,000 startups.
I decided, okay, let me now teach what I have learned, right? Give back to the community. And that's how it started. So people will call me, it will just start with, so what do you think about this? Before you know it, I'm doing 1 hour, 2 hour consultations on the phone. And I was like, maybe I should start teaching this as a class instead. So I went back, did some research, and actually designed a curriculum. And I started teaching.
A 2021 Mandela Washington Fellow, Farida is founder of Learning Hub for female-owned startups in Abuja, the Nigerian capital, and a career mentor for the I Am Nigeria initiative, where she mentors more than 200 young girls.
My happiest moment is always when people come back to me and excited, and they're like, it worked, right? Whatever I taught them worked. That's just the high point of everything for me.
Rita Otu is an advocate for women in agriculture who recognizes the untapped potential of women in this crucial sector.
The major factors that women are facing in agribusiness, one is access to land, because we still have some culture that don't allow women to inherit land, because without land, basically, you can't farm over here. And then other challenges like access to market, because agricultural goods are perishable.
An agricultural economist passionate about inclusion and women's rights, Rita's vision is to eradicate food insecurity using a community-based approach.
I grew up as a young girl watching my parents go to the farm, and then I was inspired to study agriculture at the University of Calabar, where I proceeded to the University of Manchester, where I had more knowledge to come back and make a change. And basically, I've observed that we don't really have young people in agribusiness because they feel agriculture is dirty. So I decided to make a change by encouraging young girls to come in as agricultural scientists.
She is the founder of an NGO set up to encourage young girls in agriculture in Akwa Ibom, South Nigeria. Rita's work with farming communities and women saw her nominated for the Robert Burns Humanitarian Award 2024.
We've been able to impact lives of more than 50,000 women farmers. What we do is during our Soriwa Cassava Festival, we give these women cassava stems and the tubers. We encourage them to grow, eat our cassava, sell it, and then be able to pay school fees for their children. So the feedback that we receive from these women farmers is awesome.
Damilola Ashaleyem is a renewable energy entrepreneur with more than 15 years experience, keen on supporting women in STEM.
I've seen instances, I've heard people telling their kids, their children, that you are a girl, you can only be a nurse, you can't be a doctor. You are a girl, you can't be a mechanical engineer. These are stories that I've heard, these are stories that I've seen around me. And that means that the problem is not only on top, it is actually from the very, very foundations of homes.
She runs an organization that nurtures female leaders in tech in Ibadan, capital of southwestern Nigeria's Oyo State.
I also service last mile communities, like rural communities, that we have to go into communities as if they are forgotten, and we have to provide energy access to them. I've been in a situation whereby I went to a particular community and they told me that a woman cannot come into their community with trousers. And the community women had to go and look for wrapper for me so I can tie wrapper before I could enter the community. And what I'm coming to do in the community has to do with tech-related things.
Damilola is a social innovator, Leap Africa Fellow, and was recognized as an energy transition role model for the year 2020 by the Global Women's Network for Energy Transition.
I've been able to directly train over 6,000 girls, which the impact numbers, the ripple effect of that goes to a lot of thousands. And also I've been able to train over 500 women in renewable energy, solar installation, and even help them or assisted them, mentor them to be able to get certifications.
27-year-old Rukayat defied all odds to secure a seat in North Central Kwara State's House of Assembly during the 2023 elections.
One of the things that everybody have been saying is this gender bias, because while in some places whereby they are encouraging women in politics, whereby they are mentoring women to get engaged in politics, we still have it otherwise in some places whereby they just have to say no to women.
Despite facing skepticism and gender-based challenges, Rukayat's dedication won the hearts of her constituents. Her inspiring victory highlights the importance of diverse perspectives in shaping inclusive governance.
My responsibility as a young lady representing other young ladies in my constituency. Well, I'm not only representing them, but I am more like their symbol here. So the best thing I can do for myself and for them, because if we have so many successful young champs in my constituency, this is just a benefit to all of us.
Rukayat currently runs a mentorship program across secondary schools in her constituency of Owode Onire.
Presently, I finished writing my book, Cracking the Glass Ceiling, and it was a story right from when I declared my intention till the day I won the election. There's so many political strategies that went in. It is inside this book. So majorly this book is for free.
International Women's Day is celebrated globally on March 8 as a focal point in the women's rights movement. This year's celebration is themed Inspire Inclusion. As Nigeria celebrates with the rest of the world, these women stand as powerful examples of women changing the landscape.
We need policies that are people-driven. We need policies that would actually sit down and research and talk to these women and understand exactly where their points of needs are.
For us to ensure inclusion in agribusinesses, we have to do what is called agricultural reforms in school. Like I started Arise Advocacy. Arise means agricultural reforms in schools and engagement.
If you're a girl or you're a boy, there should be inclusiveness. There should be equity.
A more inclusive and equitable society where women have the opportunity to thrive is key. With the current socio-economic challenges in Nigeria, this shift in mindset and policy is more important now than ever. Wale Fakile, Gist Nigeria.
Do all you can to inspire inclusion wherever you find yourself. Are you inspiring inclusion in your space? Share your story with us on X at Just Nigeria TV. We would like to hear from you.